All right, diving right in. We're looking at AI video generation today, specifically Runway ML's Gen 4.
Yeah, Gen 4.
Big buzz around this one. Your sources are pointing to some pretty significant advancements, right?
Oh, definitely.
So we're going to unpack all that, see what makes Gen 4 stand out, how it stacks up against the competition, and most importantly, why it matters to you, the listener.
Right.
Now, right off the bat, what I found really fascinating is that Gen 4 can create completely new videos just from like visual references, like
Yeah,
a picture and some text prompts. No extra training needed, apparently.
exactly. That's a huge deal when it comes
Yeah.
to creative workflows.
Right. Imagine, giving it an image of a character and then just describing the scene you want. And
Hmm.
Gen 4 just brings it to life, all while keeping the character visually consistent. It's wild.
It really is.
Okay, so let's get a bit more technical for a second. What's the big core breakthrough with Gen 4?
Well, the key advancement here seems to be its ability to maintain visual consistency, like across characters, objects, environments, all of it, even with different camera angles and lighting.
That's always been a tough one, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. A major hurdle in this field. And Gen 4 seems to be tackling it head on.
I was looking at Runway's blog. They actually say it can, quote, utilize visual references combined with instructions to create new images and videos utilizing consistent styles, subjects, locations, and more, all without the need for fine-tuning or additional training, end quote.
Right, right.
I mean, if that's true, that's a game changer.
Oh, for sure. It means Gen 4 has learned so much from its training data that it can basically understand and apply new visual references and instructions on the fly without needing to be specifically trained on that particular character or scene beforehand.
I see.
And it's that zero-shot capability that's such a leap forward.
So it's not just about creating pretty videos. It's about like empowering creators to tell stories with consistent characters across multiple scenes without all the tedious workarounds.
Exactly. And think about what that means for filmmakers, advertising, all sorts of things.
Okay, so Runway's clearly doing something impressive here. But how do they stack up against the big players? I mean, this field is evolving so rapidly.
It is. The sources put Runway in direct competition with some pretty big names, actually. OpenAI Sora, Google's VO2.
Yeah, those are huge.
Yeah, significant forces in AI, for sure.
But Runway seems to be carving out their own space, strategically. How are they doing that?
Partnerships, mainly. Big partnerships. They've got one with a major Hollywood studio, which is a huge vote of confidence.
Right.
Plus, they've got investments from Salesforce, NVIDIA, even Google, actually.
Google. That's interesting. I mean, Google has their own thing going with VO2, right?
They do. And from what we're seeing, VO2 seems to be positioned as a more premium, maybe even higher cost option.
So where does that leave Runway then?
Potentially aiming for a wider audience, I'd say. More accessibility. Yeah, good way to differentiate themselves. And of course, you can't forget about ByteDance and their OmniHuman.
Oh, right.
That one can create realistic video from a single photo.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how fast everything's moving.
It's mind-blowing. Okay, so let's talk about training data. I mean, all of this relies on massive amounts of data, right? What do we know about what Runway's using for Gen 4?
Well, they've said they use extensive video data sets,
Mhm.
which makes sense. That's pretty standard for these kinds of models. But in terms of specifics, they've kept things pretty close to the vest.
Understandable, I guess. Competitive reasons.
Yeah. Although, it's worth noting there's been a bit of controversy. There's an ongoing class action lawsuit alleging unauthorized use of copyrighted images.
Yeah, that whole ethical debate around AI training data isn't going away anytime soon.
Definitely not.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. If you had to sum up the core message about Gen 4 for our listeners, what would it be?
I think the main takeaway here is that Gen 4 represents a really significant step forward in AI video generation, particularly in terms of visual consistency and ease of use. It's a powerful tool, even for people without a lot of technical expertise.
Yeah.
And it really gives us a glimpse into the future of video production.
A future where anyone can potentially create sophisticated videos just from simple prompts.
Exact.
And on that note, I want to leave you, the listener, with one final thought. Given how fast this field is moving, what do you think the next big breakthrough will be? And how will it change the way we create and consume video? Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Absolutely.
It's been a fascinating one.
It has.
Until next time.